Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Genesis Alpha 1. After that short little series I did on it in recent weeks, we kicked it around a little bit in the comments and it was generally agreed that I kind of want to do another play on this through to at least to Genesis, which means I get as far as doing the namesake and one planet. And there was some people in the comments expressing that they would like to actually see a bit of that as well. So that is where we are here. We are going into Genesis again. We are going to be doing another series, this time, as I said, as far as first Genesis, most likely. And we are back in the main menu. Don't worry, this is quite deliberate. I mean, I could click continue mission right now, bring up the Ionia Alpha, and continue where we left off, but I'm not. I'm going to click new mission, and yeah, there is the drawback of that. It's like, why didn't you continue? You've sacrificed your progress in the last 4 episodes, and that is partially true. Yes, I have sacrificed that progress, but that's because the first time through we were locked into the tutorial, of course, so we had to take the tutorial corporation. It gave us all that stuff to teach us how to game. I got completely lost, still say that's my own fault there, and we spent an episode waiting to gather biomass, which we didn't have to, so my bad there. But the reason we're back here in new mission is because I want to select something else to take in. We've unlocked, because of the tutorial, the tier 1s on general ballistics, superior genetics, and Star Union. And we've also, of course, got Rocket Star available as well, though mechanics is still locked because we didn't play that long, so we didn't get 100 mechanic kills on my ship in one round. So yeah, there you go. But why am I out here? Apart from the customization, I can bring in artifacts that we've discovered in the previous one. So some of our site power-ups from in the previous 4 parts we can bring in literally to start out on this new run. But also, each of these guys gets slightly different appearances on a lot of them. Like ship design gets changed a little bit, but they also come with some of their own unique modules and things as well. Like general ballistics. Yeah, look at that. It's just changed the background because of our corporate sponsors and all that. There's apparently guns and ammunition involved. Ooh, wow, yes. The music changed a bit too. It's like, But it kind of shows its focus, right? I was a firepower manufacturer, kind of thing. But they come more heavily armed. Superior genetics, they get a more advanced biomass storage tank, so they can store biomass reserves more easily. I forget what the special module is for general ballistics, or if they even get one. I'm not so sure they do actually, now that I think about it. But yeah. Genetics. Oh look, it seems to be something to do with DNA and plants and growth. It's all blue and white and this pure colour. Yes. But yeah, these guys get as a better bio-storage options available to them. And things like that, so that's their kind of thing. Also, there's different amounts of artifacts and things to start out as well. So that's something that happens. Both these guys get 4. Or there's Star Union, which kind of a slightly industrial music going on in the background there, but it shows like harvesting, industrial action, exploiting resources, that kind of thing in the background there. So that's what they kind of do. But these guys I'm going to pick because I honestly like them better than the core 3 here. Well, core 4 if you include the tutorial one, which gets extra resources to start, but doesn't really get artifacts. Because these guys get access to some heavier versions of the raw resource depository module and the refinery module. So a bit more powerful industrial options become available, and industrial does play a factor in how easily you can play later on. So that's why I picked these guys. So crew, only got male and female, of course. Not discovered anything else, and that's because I did take a quick look in the tutorial one, our previous save, and they've actually upped the requirements for developing new strains from last time I seriously tried to play the game. So previously you just need the genetic samples. Now to develop the actual new clone races, you have to get some rare higher tier resource as well as the clone samples. So that's that. Also, I'll pick up. I'm a woman! Yay! Because I tend to play female characters in games, there you go. Right. Okay, and we get to pick 4 artifacts to come with us out of what we have available. So, this is a suit upgrade, increases damage from gas consuming weaponry. I don't remember what the gas consuming weapons are actually. Grenade consuming weaponry. Reveal location of some planets containing nitrous oxide plants. Location of Deca. I will take the alien location actually data, so I'll be able to more easily find aliens. So that one's mechanics spawn locations as well. Good idea. And then I've got 2 options here. I might as well grab. I don't really know what I want for a biosphere, so I'm just going to grab the 2 suit upgrades as my other artifacts, and then we're going to jump straight in. So,
when I was young, our dream was to go to the stars.
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build and upgrade our ship.
So yeah, oh, I forgot to change the name, didn't I? Can I change that? No. Ah, dear. Oh wait, yeah, it's at the end of this, isn't it? Ionia Alpha. If I get the chance, I'm going to rename it to the Ionia Beta, because that's technically what it is. Anyway, let's begin with some creation and future-proofing.
The corridor connects modules and is available in different designs. Make sure you balance the ship's layout between security and efficiency.
There are some different ways to go about this, if I'm going to be honest. But what I want to do is, I'm trying to arrange things a bit so I can future-proof, because I want a 2-corridor span, right? And that is going to be where we connect to get to, where we can install later some security options when we get them unlocked. So that's the thing. So I'm just going to keep on going. Some people like to really separate their ships out, like get... Let's connection. It's turbo lifts. There it is.
The lift module grants fast access to higher
Alpha, I was pressing
or
the right
lower
keys,
decks
wasn't it?
of the ship.
There it is. Right, so need that. I think I'm going to put the turbo lift in. I guess here. Okay. Then it's R and F, so up 1. Up another 1, so we're getting a little bit of clearance. And yeah, that is also, again, deliberate. Because some modules take multiple floors, so the most common stuff we're going to be bolting in on the level below this are going to be sitting underneath there, which is why I want to make sure there's at least a couple here. Then if I really wanted to be safe... I have trouble with that statement. If I really wanted to be safe... Maybe this was not the best idea of where to put the lift if I want to include a security system onto the greenhouse, because primary sources of infestation / infection / invasion is the tractor beam, the hangar, and then because of those we also have the raw resource storage depot, because raw crates of ore and thing gets delivered to those, so that's something. And then, to a lesser extent, there is the greenhouse, because plants get delivered from the aforementioned spots to the greenhouse to be installed in the greenhouse. So it happens less often, because generally you're planting less often, but it does happen, which is going to be the thing. So I'm going to just tear that down a bit. Right. I also mentioned like general ship layout. Some people like to have like all the industries down at the way bottom of the ship, build the ship into a massive skeleton, that kind of thing. And Ship assault module. That might be something I want to keep in a separate area as well. And so they spin it all out all over the way. But I personally disagree with that a little bit. Now, why do I say that? I say that
the hangar is necessary
because
to resources,
you'll find a lot of your time is spent travelling between the primary zones of your ship.
You need to assign pilots.
That is literally one of the biggest time sinks in this game. Like, seriously, huge problem. So, having the hangar and industry stuff down below is fine, but you've got to bear in mind every time you want to go to the bridge, every time you want to go to the clone labs, every time you want to do this, that, or the other, it's like you have to wander off, go down the lifts, and do that every single time. So, I like to have it on the same level as the bridge. Sure, that's a drawback, but we're planning to install 2 security modules between the bridge and the industrial section. So the bridge gets its own personal security one, and a separate one closing off the industrial and resource harvesting zones, which is...
The Alpha Quadrant is full of shipwrecks.
Going to be quite useful.
Our tractor beam module is a fast way. Welcome to the deposit module. This is the refinery. Raw materials.
Look at the size of the refinery compared to previously, though.
This process takes time. To increase refining speed, assign engineers to work in the refinery.
Look at the size of it. Okay. But there's another reason I'm doing all this as well, which is, you know how invasions come in through the hangar, coming through the resource collection systems? It draws your crew from not just the hangar, but or the place it happens. It also draws in crew from nearby, so if it's a serious threat, then you can get, like, if the hangar gets invaded in this configuration, if there's crew in the tractor beam and there's crew in the refinery, they get pulled in to help fight off the invasion and the intruders. So it'll help my crew survive, it'll help them live longer, it'll help deal with intruders more effectively, that kind of thing. So I like having all this stuff clumped together as much as possible, and if need be I can go, I'm on the bridge and go, hey, there's something happening over there. Zoop, zoop, I'm right there immediately. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do. The deposit is raw material storage, as I said, so I kind of want it to be next to the refinery, but I want to get another tractor beam in there, so I'm going to install this there. Admittedly, it's on the wrong side of the refinery compared to this, so the robots will have to go a little bit further, but I figure that's an okay trade-off for having the refinery adjacent to the hangar. At least that's my plan, my thoughts.
This is the refined storage module. Production-ready materials leave the refinery and will be stored here. Keep an eye on our refined storage capacity. If we run out of space, the refining process will be placed on hold.
So I need storage.
Our refined materials are the source for shipbuilding. All biomass you collect will be stored here. Make sure we always have enough biomass in stock and biomass tanks ready. Biomass is the basic material for every cloning procedure.
I think I will go ahead and install this, like... I kind of want to put a cloning lab there, you know, but we need to get the greenhouse up, we need to get the biotank up. We can always relocate these things later, so I guess it's fine as a temporary thing. But ideally I want the clone lab to be somewhere around here as well. Though that said, of course, we do get better, stronger versions of the clone labs and things, so we might wind up with it being there anyway, so sure. I'll install a biotank at least temporarily there. I will put in... I think I want to get a 2x2 piece. Not just here. So this one is using those, this one is using those. I want to install a 2x2 piece there as well for something else. So I am thinking... let's go ahead here and back it up by 1. Unless can these things get turned? Oh, they can. Okay, that changes things. Right. Slight adjustment. I'll just tear that out. I'll put the turbo lift flat in, like that. Then upper level, and then this level is where the greenhouses are going to be, so I'll turn it by 90 degrees. Then 2 connections. So this bit will house another security system, like downstairs. Another connector goes here, and then get our
This is
greenhouse.
a greenhouse. The concept of cultivating plants on board of our ship is central
Notice
to
it
the
can go
Genesis
above the other
project.
thing, so I'll install that there.
There is no technology known to us that can effectively store or even provide a vital biosphere for the full time of our endeavor. Different life forms also demand different biosphere components to survive on this ship. To compose a certain biosphere, we need special plants. Superior genetics cloning technology is not configured for the creation or reproduction of plants. This means that we need to protect our plants at all costs.
Do we need a spare framework? Okay, so we need a framework. To that end, I think I'm going to have to destroy something that involves framework. That gives cables. That gives cables. That gives cables. I need a storage and a crew quarters, but I don't have the materials to do it. I think I might have overdone this slightly. I don't need... Yeah, okay, so you see where I'm going to install it. I'm going to leave that be for this moment, just so I can actually get things done. Because I was a silly sausage. I'm going to install a storage there, because stuff delivered to this basically refined storage is absolutely safe. It basically gets teleported from the refinery or the tractor beam straight there. There's no chance of cross-contamination. So that's okay. And the other thing it demands is a crew quarters. So...
Crew quarters. Each crew member needs a slot in one of these modules. If a crew member is sick or feels bad, you can most likely find them here.
Crew quarters, it's another one that you might sometimes want some kind of preventative connection with. Just because if a crew member's sick, then that might be an issue. And sometimes those sicknesses can have further complications. Or at least that's the general idea. So... let's go ahead and drop it down again, I guess. So we'll do the same as above. We'll go ahead and drop a level down. We'll get a turbo lift at the next floor low, like so. Again, rotate. Then we'll install some more corridors. And this is kind of what I don't like so much about this ship layout. It feels like it's as you can see, the stuff on top is like getting in the way a little bit. I wish this was more solid, more refined in terms of how stuff builds out. But at the same time, it looks like this is more like a mobile space station than an actual refined / complete ship. So, I don't know. I think I touched on this during the previous 4 parts. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's install the quarters down here. Oops, I've got to stop clicking. I keep deleting stuff by accident. Click. There we go. We've got a crew quarters on the lower deck. We've got space for a security, hopefully, or something to house things. We might have to rearrange again, but we have everything installed. Finally. Except for the raw resource storage, ironically enough, which... yeah, we don't have the raw resource storage just because we're out of frameworks, but frameworks we can gather with the teleport, so that's okay. Oh, here we go, rename the ship. We are the USS Itonia. Better, because we are the better. So 4 out of 5, 7 out of 720, we are okay, so start the game. It only took us 20 minutes, but I'm sorry about that. But I was trying to talk about like how things are, how I was trying to arrange the ship. Since that's one of the things that was mentioned in the comment, it's like to see a bit more future-proofed ship. And so that's kind of what I've done with how I was laying things out.
New captain promoted.
Here we go. So, let's check out our starting things. Where are we? We are in a cluster. Okay, there is a merchant nearby with some schematics and things. Gotta stop doing that. And we got some people hanging around. Let's drag
Job assigned.
two of them to the bridge. Yep. And we'll help them out at least a little bit. Because we've got to remember, these are basic crew. They aren't specialised at all in work, so they are very slow by themselves. And right now our best bet for helping get things moving in a faster way is just flat out to help them do it. So that's what we've got to do. Gunpowder and batteries, not what we're looking for. Come on, slowpokes. Poke the keys, poke the keys. Yeah. I figure I should also mention here, I did float the idea with a long-time watcher who was commenting on the previous parts of maybe this game, because it can be a little bit slow sometimes, it can take a little while sometimes, maybe hour-long episodes would be a better idea for it? Question mark. The response was not enthusiastic, but the points brought up during the discussion are pretty much what I was thinking as well, which is sometimes some games, some styles of play, some tutorials, some whatever, depending on the video, an hour long is fine. But at the same time, the longer you force the video to go, the less easily it'll fit into someone's day. So some people just don't like to readily have an hour available to just like sit down and binge on a video or something. So it does actually turn people off sometimes, videos that long. Though, as I said, it depends on the subject matter, exactly what the video is, yada yada. And at the same time, other people don't like to drop in, stop the video partway through, then come back to it. I mean, I'm fine with that because I watch a whole bunch of long videos, but it's not for everyone. I mean, when I was doing a ton of FTD stuff, back when my channel was actually quote-unquote good, or quote-unquote popular, or in the golden heydays when everything was better, trademark, and it was all going well, and I was actually driving myself to distraction with worry and trying to keep up a furious pace of content production beyond what was all comfortable and was degrading my mental health and yada yada. It's like, yeah, you may not know that from the channel, but I was actually got stuck in the bit where I was doing way more than I was actually fit to do. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. That was FTD content, and FTD content, a lot of people were saying back then that they would be okay with hour-long videos, or at least people that have actually given me feedback were saying that. So, it's a mixed bag. You're not going to please everyone. I mean, heck, YouTube actually prefers longer videos because sweet, sweet ad revenue and viewer retention and all that kind of jazz. So, you know, just not going to win. But anyway, yeah, I need frameworks though. What am I looking at? Framework, radio. You remember I mentioned cloning requires a very rare resource? There it is. Radiation blue. In refined form, no less. So I don't even need to find the raw material. There's also panels there, which I do kind of need too for some of my other basic infrastructure. So this is actually a very good place to go. Let's go.
Warning. Prepare for hyperdrive.
There we go. Okay. So we're at the place. It's time to actually do some basic resource extraction. Oh yeah, there was a comment as well. On one of the previous parts was like, yeah, upgrade them. The basic guides are appearing. We want to go to the tractor beam. I want help at the tractor beam, so I'm going to call in some crew here. I'm actually going to call in my bridge crew.
Job assigned. Job assigned.
Yep, 2 people. And I will actually call the other person.
To increase. Survival guide update. There are.
No, stop doing that, just press T. I'll call the other person to the hangar just so that
Job
they are
assigned.
nearby if DACA starts being required. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, right. Like they were commenting on like they noticed the presence of shields and hyperdrive sections, and it's like, they seem interesting, and it's kind of curious to know what they do. And I'm sorry to say, I actually know what they do,
Resources collected.
because of previous gameplay. Like I mentioned, I played this game before on Epic, so yeah, I know what they do, and I can spoil that for you right here, right now.
Resource being
They are ship upgrades. Dun dun dun.
resource
I don't know why I went dun dun dun, but it's like, yeah, that's the obvious thing. I think that's why I went dun dun dun, because it's like, yeah, it's what they are. They're ship upgrades, and it's like roll your eyes kind of thing. It's like, I can't believe he bothered to tell us that. To be more specific though, a shield helps you to resist the dangers of space. So like if we encounter a hostile ship, as I understand it, then the shields can absorb impacts from that before we start taking direct damage.
resources collected.
If you remember the spores we ran into in, I think it was part 2, when I was trying to find biomass in a very pointless very pointless chasing my own tail kind of fashion. The shields would have helped to block some of that and resist it. They've only got limited charges, which is why you can build multiples. Each shield is, I think, good for a single prevention, but it just helps your ship be a bit safer in the void. That's what the shields do. Hyperdrive modules, similar kind of thing, but they do it for the hyperdrive instead of the actual defense or survival. Hyperdrive increases the range of a single hyperjump. I should probably clarify that statement before anything happens. It's not... They don't burn out after a single jump. They increase your jump range by +1 per hyperdrive module.
Resources collected.
So it's again, do that, increase the speed, and it's sometimes it's good for traveling the galaxy, of course. But the other thing it can do is sometimes you'll run into like a hostile ship from like the mechanics or the other hostile ambulatory sapient race. I forget what they are. There's more than one. It's not just the mechanics, but hostile ships do exist. That's why I've got an assault boarding section or something like that. And their ships, if you disengage to jump away, they can and will, as I understand it. I've not seen this myself. This set of mechanics was added after I last seriously played. They can and will chase you. So you need to disengage and you need to get clear. And hyperdrive will help you with that. Otherwise it's like do multiple hyperspace jumps and try to get away as quickly as possible. Kind of thing.
Resource being complete.
So yeah, I think that basically covers it. I mean, well... Oh, our resource storage is almost full. And oh, there's hostiles too. What have we got? Ah.
All clear.
No, it's not. Wasn't there more than one? What, got a first infection? This is why we want a security upgrade to stop this from happening. Or at least contain it in this area more easily. I'm continuing to hear it, yeah. But then again, letting them do this would let me get some genetic samples. It's just like... cleaning up the ship afterwards is the issue. As you saw from my demonstration last time. I think I don't know where they've got to. Pretty sure I saw multiple blips. Then again, my problem is that I don't have the security system yet. So, you know, that's my main issue. Oh, no free space in storage. Ah. So we do have a problem. Okay. But yeah, I was planning to rebuild the stuff. I want the refinery in place. And I also want the our base storage, the deposit, which needs another framework. Of course it does. Oh well. Just need to bolt in some extra storage around the place, I suppose. I mean, that's one problem with getting like the 7 radiation blue. I know the panels, I need the frames, I need the radiation blue for when I get more samples, but I have to store it in the meantime. So that's actually a slight issue. But yeah, not much else to be done apart from that. I am at the half-hour mark, so I'm going to call it there. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the show and are happy with me coming back to Genesis Alpha 1. But yeah, we'll see how we do in getting along towards our first Genesis on the channel in this game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and catch you all some other words. First part, and I'm already butchering the outro. Catch you all some other time. And we started with some turrets, but no, we didn't start with any energy shields this time. Noted. I'll install some some turrets just to ensure that stuff doesn't creep into the main ship. But yeah, see you all later.